5th annual Highline gathering here. So the annual Highline gathering's been running for 4 or 5 years, and every year it's gotten bigger and bigger actually. I think in the first year we only had 3 lines up, and the year after that it was 4 or 5, and this year now, a few years on, we've got 12 lines up. So it's pretty amazing how far we've come. I think the longest line in the first year was maybe 30 metres, and the longest line this year is 400 metres. So it gives you an idea of the way the sport is going, and it's super exciting this year to have some international people come out to the festival as well, and that's inspiring to see people like Jerry Mashevsky and Lucas Ermler, really slackliners that I've seen on YouTube or wherever else, but it's just way more inspiring to actually see these guys in person and see the way and how controlled they are on the line. So this gathering itself is really more just an opportunity to bring slackliners in from all over Australia and internationally, and just an opportunity for people who haven't even tried the sport to try it out and to give it a go, and also for those that have been doing it for a little bit longer to try and push their limits and see how far they can push it. I feel really lucky this year that the weather's turned out the way that it has. Remember the first year it was raining a ton, and that always puts a bit of a damper on things, but this year we've got beautiful sunny weather, and it just makes it a pleasure to walk the lines. This year we've got 12 lines from 24 metres all the way up to 400 metres, and everything in between. And then this year in particular we've got multiple long lines. I think we've got at least 3 lines over 100 metres, and I think previously, last year I don't think we had any lines over 100 metres. So that's a sign definitely that now we're really starting to push the limits in Australia, which is cool. Had a lot of riggers from all over Australia come to help us get these lines up, which has been super helpful. Impossible to do this on your own. Yeah, in particular, getting the 400 metre highline up was a mammoth effort, and then I wasn't sure if it was going to happen, but yeah, to see everyone get involved in that, to get that line set up, and now to see the line being walked, it just looks stunning. I think one of the things I really like about highlining and our sport in general is the amount of thought that goes into safety, and it's so easy when you see these things from afar to just think that it's just daredevils taking mindless risks and looking for an adrenaline hit, But from my perspective, it's quite the opposite. It's a super controlled environment, and we're always looking at like what can potentially go wrong. We'll set up a main line across this gap, and there will always be a backup underneath, and we'll always be attached to both of those lines. And even if one thing would fail, there would always be a backup. And so that makes me feel way more comfortable when I'm on the line, and allows me to get into that zone of just concentrating on what I'm doing, concentrating on how I'm breathing, and concentrating on taking the next step.